Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. What if I told you that some of the most common beliefs about the world's largest religion are actually misconceptions? Today we're breaking down 5 top misconceptions about Christianity, the world's largest religion. Let's get straight to the point. 1. All Christians believe in the same thing. One of the biggest misconceptions is that all Christians believe exactly in the same thing. This is far from the truth because Christianity is very diverse.
Everywhere is choosing. I am so grateful that what I've been looking for, God gave it to us in a platter of what? Gold.
There are thousands of denominations worldwide. Each with its own interpretation of the Bible, tradition and practices.
Sarebbe tanto bello che ognuno di noi in questa Quaresima pensasse su questo. Come io mi comporto con la gente, come è il mio cuore davanti alla gente. Sono un ipocrita che faccio il sorriso e poi da dietro critico e distruggo con la mia lingua. E se noi alla fine della Quaresima saremmo capaci di correggere un po' questo e non andare sempre criticando gli altri da dietro, vi assicuro che la risurrezione di Gesù si vedrebbe più bella, più grande fra noi. Padre, è molto difficile, perché a me mi viene criticare gli altri, può dire qualcuno di noi, no? Perché
we have Catholics to Protestants, Orthodox Christians to evangelicals.
Never going to see a healthy evangelical church until the evangelical church is reformed, solidly reformed, where it takes seriously biblical Christianity and its concept of a sovereign God. Because unreformed Christianity has failed in our culture. It has been pervasively antinomian. It has been pervasively liberal in its trends and tendencies away from Scripture, because there's not a basal commitment to the sovereignty of God. And so I'm not going to play around anymore. When people tell me, that they don't believe in predestination, I'm going to grab them by the throat and say, why not? The Bible teaches it. Say, enough of your humanistic clinging to your concept of free will that's as foreign from the biblical doctrine of your bondage of sin in the heart that you can find. Never mind that the majority report of evangelicals is Arminian. I'm not. And I think Arminianism is death to Christianity in the final analysis. At the heart of Reformed theology, at the heart of Luther's struggle, at the heart of Calvin's awakening, at the heart of Knox, at the heart of Edwards, were men who were awakened to the greatness, to the majesty, to the holiness, to the sovereignty of God.
For example, Catholics believe and emphasize on the importance of sacraments and the Pope. On the other hand, Protestants are focused more on personal faith and the authority of alone scriptures. 2. Christians are intolerant and very judgmental. Some Christians can be very judgmental, and many people don't believe that Christians are good people because of how they've acted in certain situations or group, and their actions does not reflect the core principles of the teaching of Jesus Christ. Christianity teaches love, compassion and forgiveness. Jesus himself said, love your neighbors as yourself, and Christians are called or demanded to follow that example. The fact that you might have met someone who is a pretentious Christian and not a Christian at heart does not mean that all Christians are judgmental and bad. So the third misconception about Christianity is that Christians reject science. There's a wide spread that Christians are anti-science, but in reality, most Christians embrace science, and there's still no conflict between their faith and scientific discoveries. Historically, most of the greatest scientists were devoted Christians. Many Christians view science as a way of understanding God's creation. And we also have many Christian scientists making significant, contributions in their field. The fourth misconception about Christianity is that Christianity is a Western religion. Christianity is often seen as a Western religion, but it is a misconception often rooted in historical context. Christianity began in the Middle East with followers in every continent.
Jesus Christ commanded his followers to go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Since the time of Christ, this has been accomplished through missionary activity. Christian missionaries reached parts of Europe and Africa shortly after Christ's death, but it was not until the 13th and 14th century that missionary activity became fully established in Asia. John of Monte Corvino, 1247 to 1328, was one of the earliest Roman Catholic missionaries to India and China. John belonged to the order of Franciscans, meaning he closely followed the teachings of St. Francis of Assisi. He spent time preaching in the Madras region of India and later traveled to what is now Beijing, China. By the 1500s, the Catholic Church was actively engaging in missionary activity in Japan. During this time, the Jesuits became a powerful force in missionary work. The Jesuits were members of a Catholic group called the Society of Jesus. They were a male group devoted to pleasing Jesus Christ through demonstrations of chastity, piety, a denial of excess, and humble servitude.
In fact, the majority of Christians now live outside the Western world. The fifth and final misconception about Christianity is that Christians are perfect. Most Christians feel or think that they ought or need to be perfect, and this attitude leads to disappointment whenever they make a mistake. The truth is, Christianity does not claim that its followers need to be perfect. Rather, it acknowledges that humans are imperfect beings and that, Christ has redeemed us just by dying on the cross. We have been redeemed through Christ under grace. As a Christian, your aim is to try to live according to the teachings of Jesus Christ, and also recognize that just like everyone else, you are imperfect and you can fall short at times. Which is why the Christian faith emphasizes on forgiveness, and they believe that through faith we can grow and improve our lives. All these misconceptions that I've just spoken about can prevent us from understanding each other. All Christians do not believe in the same things, but all Christians are one because we are all followers of Christ. We're trying to be like Christ. Not all Christians are judgmental, wicked, and evil. We have good Christians in this world. If you find this video enlightening, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow this channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next part.